Hello everyone, welcome to IGCSE Accounting. In the previous video, we share about few examples for the errors which is not affecting the trial balance, the final figure, whether it's balanced or not. But now, in this video, we will focus about correcting the errors that do affect the trial balance. It do affect, it means that it's not balanced. Okay, so let's have a look. All right. So it's almost the same thing, but something extra. When the trial balance is imbalanced for this time, which is affect the trial balance, you need to do the new double entry, which is suspend account. So in this video, I would like to introduce you this new knowledge, which is suspend account. So what is suspend account? Okay, the definition of suspend account is a temporary account used when the trial balance total differ. It is used to ensure that the total of the trial balance are the same. Okay, so remember when during an exam, when it's asking what the definition of suspend, you remember keyword is temporary, the trial balance total is differ, and then this suspend account is to ensure that the trial balance becomes balanced. So that is the case. So the important three keywords that don't miss. All right. So here is the steps how we start. If let's say we realize it's not the same. Okay. What happened here? As you can see, this is a trial balance for 31st of March, and you can see that in the debit side is 25,400 and the credit side is 26,000. 26 minus 25, we realize that there is a shortage of 600. So the shortage in debit side, am I right? So let's have a look. You need to create a suspend account because it's a debit side. So the T account that you create, the debit side, it should be 600, all right, in order to make it balance, all right. So this T account is suspend, you put 600 in 31st of March. And then we go back to the trial balance and put in the suspend account with 600, and then you get the balance of it. Both sides is 26,000. Okay, let's have a look of a complete set of how we make it correct, all right? So let's have a look of the example 7 in page 86. So the question is, trial balance prepared by 31st of March does not balance. The difference is a shortage of 600 on the debit side, which is we just now seen already. And then during April, luckily, or the following errors as is covered later, I will show you. And then the question requests the demanders to prepare general journal and suspend account. Remember, reading question correctly, what you need to prepare is super important. There is a possibility that at the end of the day, the question don't require you to do suspend account or maybe not need the general journal. So you need to be very clear what the question want. So for this case, need two things. Only suspend account for as a T account and the general journal will do. All right, let's have a look. All right, so I show you one of the things that the difference is a shortage of 600 in the debit side. So this is how the T account looks like for the suspend account at the beginning. All right, so you need to know about this. Let's have a look. Now, the first error that this company found out, the insurance account has been undercast by 220. All right, first step, you have to understand, insurance is an expenses of a company. All right. When there is expenses, it actually is a debit side when increase. When you need to decrease it, is credit side. All right. Insurance account undercast. That means insurance have been short of 220. So it says already short. So you know that I have to increase it in order to make it correct. Am I right? So what we need to do is we go to the general journal. All right, there is a date. Okay, never mind. Because we don't know which April of maybe 1st April, maybe, I don't know. All right, and then it's insurance. So I debit insurance. Why? Because insurance is the expenses. I need to boost up. That means increase 220. So that's why is 220 here as debit. And then we need to have credit suspense account. All right, and then 220. The navigation is expenses originally undercast and now corrected. All right, so we go back to the suspend account. We know that 1st of April, let's say, all right, so there is an insurance 220. So this is how we do the T account. So for this example, done. All right, let's have a look of the next one. The next one is the sales return account has been overcast by 170. Okay, before we go further, some students may be not yet clear about sales, whether it's debit and credit, and sales return is debit or credit. Never mind, we go through properly, step by step. All right, so if you're still confused about all these things, let's say we imagine that this is a debit sales account. Okay, sales account is for sales increase. All right, sales increase is in the credit side. Increase. And then if let's say sales is decrease, is the debit side. This is decrease. And one thing for sure that sales return will be the other way around. So if let's say sales return want to increase is debit, and then sales return we want to decrease it, we have to credit. So if you're still not sure, but you just need to remember for sales to increase have to be debit, all right? And then for sales return increase is for debit side. Okay, so if let's say we know about this one, let's have a look. Sales return has been overcast. That means overcharged for 170. Sales return overcharged. What we need to do? We need to decrease it. So if let's say we need to decrease it, what we need to do is this one, which is we have to credit it. All right, let's go to the general journal for this case. Let's say this is again 1st of April. All right, just now we said that in order to decrease the sales return, we need to debit it. Okay, so we need to debit it. Then we go to here. We know that is that we need to credit it. Sales return. Okay, 170. And debit what? Debit suspend account lah. So this is, which is 170, and the navigation is account overcast, now corrected. All right. So in the T account or suspend account, in sales return, we no need to do. For the question, only ask us to do suspend account. So what we need to do is, let's say 1st of April, and then this is sales return, which is 170. Okay. So this case also closed. Let's have a look of the next arrow we need to work on. All right, a credit sales, all right, 180 to John has been credited to the sales account. Okay, full stop. We talk about this sentence first. First of all, we know this is sales. All right, sales, just now I already said, sales increase is credit side. Okay, it's 150 to John. John is my customer, all right? So in this sentence, it says that credited to the sales account, which is correct because you can see the screen. I said that sales increase is credit side. So it's correct already. Then the problem is the next second part of this sentence. And also credit to the account of John. Oh, come on. We credit sales, we have to debit the sales return. So in John's case, we have to debit, but unfortunately, the one that earlier made the mistake, which is do sales return, and then not sales return, for sales, go and credit John as well. John as a customer, it should be account receivable. Account receivable by right in debit side. Remember, in our is asset, so there is debit side. But unfortunately, this person go and credit it. So it's wrong, all right? So it's wrong. So what we need to do for this case, all right? So it's wrong. By right, we should do, okay, now I have to show you John account. Let's imagine this is John, we call trade receivable, and we all know that this is asset, right? Yeah, and then so funny that for this case, they go and credit it, which is not right, because customer account receivable increase should be here. By right should be here, but wrong already, and when we do 180. So in this case, for this case, okay, I delete this one so no confusing. For this case, it's 180. It's wrong. So what I need to do in order to make it correct is I need to double up. I need to double to 360, which is double 180. Understand? I need to debit 360 so that the balance of John account for the T account will be 180, which is correct amount. All right. So what we need to do here, we again go to the general journal. All right. And then let's say it's 1st of April, and then John account, I need 360. And then for the suspend account, which is the other side, we 360. So that is the case. Then we go back to the suspend account, credit side. Just now I remember the suspend is credit side, and then is John, and then is 360. Okay, so I hope all this makes sense to you. All right, let's have a look of the next case, which is the purchase account has been undercast by 190. All right, so purchase, first of all, we know that for purchase account, all right, in purchase, if let's say increase, always debit side. Okay, and then decrease is here, credit side. Okay, so undercast means I charge less for 180. Am I right? 180. Oh, sorry, 190. 190. All right. Then what we need to do? We need to increase it, right? So it's a debit. Okay. So this is quite obvious, right? And then again, 1st of April, and because I need to, it's undercast, I need to make it correct, which is I need to increase another 190. All right, and then this one suspend, and then 190. All right, account undercast and now correct. Okay, so we go back to suspend account. Just now you see over here in general journal I put suspend is credit, right? So obviously when I go back to the suspend account, I need to put this is purchase, all right, and then 190. So that is the case. Okay, so now let's have a total of it and check whether what we do is correct or not. So the sum, oops, sorry, the formula is wrong. So sum, okay, let's have a look over here. Ta-da! So these two, the total, the suspend account of this T account is balanced. So we are happy. So in the other word, at the end of the day, once we got this conclusion, actually means that all the arrows that earlier 600 is all solved. So this is how we let you know that all solved. That means your problem 100% all correct already. Your trial balance should be all correct. So you're happy right now. You can move on. Okay, that's all for this video. Thank you.